anchor.fm/Patreon/BitChute. Today's video, I want to chime in with a quick impromptu video. And today's video, I want to talk about harness your spiritual energy. What you say? Nah, shit funny. Harness your spiritual energy. See, we live in a world right now, especially in today's society, which is considered the latter days in English, the later days in Urban Dictionary, the modern era, the modern days, right? And you have a lot of psychic vampires that's around you. And unlike from all the other times and eras that was before us, they don't dress they dress differently, but they not like classified in a certain group. They're not necessarily stereotyped, but psychic vampires, they come in all shapes and sizes. So for example, back in the day, like during the Salem witch hunts, they're considered like women that fuck with the tarot and all that other shit like that. And like there's some other shit that go along with that. Like if they was just like in nature and things of that nature, they consider them witches. So you know what I mean? Like it was classified like a stereotype. But in today's age, and I'm not saying women are witches, so don't even mix my words up. I was just using that as an example. But psychic vampires today, they not classified as like just a certain type of people. They can be anybody. They come in all shapes and all sizes. They come friendly, angry, grumpy, mean, you know what I mean? Small, skinny, fat, dwarf, garden gnome, whatever the fuck you want to talk about, reptilian and human skin, you know what I'm saying? Like anything. And the whole purpose is to harness your energy. And they usually come in a narcissistic form where they try to gaslight you and use gang stalking government tactics to get reaction out of you. And what they do with their reaction, they harness their energy. And usually you can tell when one of these psychic vampires around you, let's say an incident happened, well, motherfuckers try to cause something and in effect, you end up reacting and you get out your character. They love that. They like to laugh at that shit. They usually laugh at the end of it. You know what I mean? Like a group of people, because they laughing because when they harness your energy or anybody's energy, it makes them tickle. It tickles their cerebellum and it tickles their spinal cord when it's going up the Kundalini. You know what I mean? And, well, we're not even going up the Kundalini when it's going through the chakras, because your spine, your chakras is lined up along your spine, so to speak, type of thing. But that's the thing, like, they love that shit because they laugh because it tickles them. You know what I mean? Just like with these fucking elites, so-called elites, but it's really demigods or the demiurge. They keep on blood sacrificing children and eating people's organs and shit and organ harvesting, because to them it tastes like fruit. It tastes like tropical fruit. It tastes like candy and shit, because they hate humans. And the whole human being shit and all that shit is deeper than that. Like so-called black people, we're not so-called black. We actually had neuro melanin, not regular melanin. And we're not human beings. We consider so-called gods. We're not even using that term because it's deeper etymology with that term. I'm just giving you an example. And no, I'm not saying like we better than nobody and all that shit, but just to keep it on a physical level so you can understand what I'm saying. Human beings, these so-called elite motherfuckers, they love that adrenochrome shit. They just love human organs, especially women and children, because it tastes like tropical fruit to them, because they hate humans. You know what I mean? That's why they treat us like useless eaters and slaves. And slaves, not just so-called black people, they come in all shapes and all sizes in today's modern era. If you're not a part of their so-called elite group, you a goddamn slave. You see what I'm saying? And that's what's going on with this shit. You have to harness your spiritual energy, doing that by, taking a social media hiatus, which I'm thinking about doing. Just sticking to yourself. Not saying like you ain't trying to like just talk to motherfuckers, but you just sticking to yourself, because when you talk, how I'm talking now, I'm giving you my energy. I'm putting my energy to the camera. That's why people say they can feel my energy when they watch the video, because I'm talking, I'm putting my energy into this. When you pay attention, the attention is energy. So you're paying, like how you pay money, which is currency, which is money. When you pay something, you're using energy. It's exchange. So when you're paying attention to this video, it's like I'm using my energy because I'm paying attention to the topic and explaining it to you. And when you're watching this video, you're paying attention because you're listening to what I'm saying. So it's like we exchanging energy over a virtual platform. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's what's going on. So you have to harness your energy by just like meditating, sun gazing, eating the right foods. And if you're going to eat meat and all that shit, I understand, but try to balance it out, like sweets and all that shit. Because I still like that shit too, but you have to balance it out. At the end of the day, life is all about balance. Don't ever forget that. But this is part one. Wake the damn up.